So I am getting made fun of in the back, and I'm curious if you guys agree. The comics are teasing me, a few of you are teasing me. Let's see if you guys all agree. I was told I look like a youth pastor. Screw you, lady, screw you. I was also told I look like Nicolas Cage if he had a vitamin D deficiency. And then the best one was Brian, who you just saw. He said I look like Stephen Baldwin if he was from Apache Junction. Wow. You guys are a good-looking crowd. I'm from the Midwest. Any Midwest people? Really? Shout out some states. Where are you from?
Illinois.
All right. Illinois. Where are you from, sir? Reno, Nevada? That's not the Midwest. Okay, so we've identified the public school education system in the front row. All right, nice. Couple more states. Anyone else? I heard Minnesota. That's where they make white people. All right, good. Where's my Mormons in the room? Any Mormons here? I know you're here. I saw some bicycles double parked outside. I actually do comedy all over the country. I just got back from a third world country. Yeah, Yuma, Arizona. Oh my gosh, have we been to this town? It looks like the Star Wars cantina down there. That is the only town that if you have all your teeth, they look at you like you're suspicious. So I got pulled over by the Yuma Police Department, and I was speeding pretty good, and the cop walks up, and I totally lied, and he's like, "Young man, why are you going so fast?" And I go, "Oh, my wife called. She said the house that we're staying in, the front window is broken, and she thinks the burglar's still inside." Swear to God, the cop goes, "Let's get this son of a bitch." Guys, he makes me follow him, lights and siren, to the house. I call the wife in a panic. I'm like, "Weird request. I need you to break out the front window." My poor son that was taking a nap got arrested for a felony, so. But I was doing comedy at their comedy club down there, and they call this place Giggles Comedy Spot, and they refer to it as the G-Spot for comedy. I told my wife I was going to the G-Spot. She's like, "I'm just glad you finally found it." I was not doing well. There was a guy in the front row in a wheelchair. I did so bad, he stood up and walked out the door. But I am excited. I'm kind of running around in a mist. We just found out in the back, I got a deal with Netflix. Yeah. They told me my first month is free. And after that, only $19.99 a month. So that's fine. I heard we had parents in the room. I have 2 teenage boys, so pray for me. My son is always making fun of me too. He comes up to me and he goes, "Dad, you look like an indecisive person." And I'm like, "Why am I indecisive?" And he goes, "Because you have 2 chins and you're only trying to grow a beard on one of them." Thanks for applauding that, ma'am. I appreciate you. I'll never forget when we got pregnant with him, my wife wanted to talk about baby names. And she goes, "What do you think of the baby name Jamal or Kareem?" And I go, "I'm thinking, is this my baby?" But we're in his bedroom the other day. We're cleaning. We found a Magnum-sized condom. Now I know Jamal is not my baby. So, it's funny, we were at Disneyland, and we're on that roller coaster that's in the dark. I always forget the name of it, Space something. Space Mountain? So we're on Space Mountain, the roller coaster. Mid-ride, we hear a 12-year-old girl screaming at the top of her lungs. And then we realized I was that 12-year-old girl. But guys, I look over, my son, mid-ride, is text messaging on his phone. Mid-ride. And then it made me realize how I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be on life support. And he's gonna unplug me to charge that damn phone. I am married. Who's been married the longest? Anyone in here married over 50 years? Anyone? Wow, over 60 years? 70 years. 65. How long, sir? Yes, he doesn't even know he's here because it's been so long. 64 years. Round of applause for that. My gosh. 64 years, like in a row? Look at you, sir. So last week we had a comedy show. I'm not joking. This couple had been married 73 years. And I asked the husband, I go, what's the secret to marriage? He goes, communication and always understanding each other. I asked the wife the same question. She goes, no habla inglés. There you go. I've been married 29 years to my high school sweethearts. Thank you. My high school sweetheart, I was her teacher. She wanted the A, I gave her the D. Yeah. Just a joke, just a joke. I was her youth pastor. I'm in trouble with the wife, man. We're at the mall, and she's shopping for a dress. And she asked me that question no man wants to get. She goes, do I look fat in this dress? And I was trying to be funny, and I was like, it depends. And she goes, depends on what? And I go, how much is that dress? Guys, she says $1,300. And I was like, moo. Screw that, man. I'll never forget when we were early on married, we used to have sex everywhere. Like one time we had sex on a putting green. Another time was in a tent. And then the most fun for us was actually inside a kayak. Now, we're no longer allowed at that Dick's Sporting Goods. So. Do you guys know what a hall pass is? So a hall pass, I won't be too graphic, a hall pass is outside your marriage with agreement you're allowed to have sex with one person. That hall pass for my wife is Bradley Cooper. She asked me who my hall pass is, and gentlemen, do not say this to your wife. When she asks who your hall pass is, don't say her cousin Jessica. Did not work for me. I wanted to talk about crazy family. Who's got crazy family? Big applause if you have crazy family. Just so you know, if you're not applauding, you're the crazy in your family. My in-laws just moved in with us. It's not terrible. It's worse. They fight like all the time. Like my father-in-law was fighting and he's like, Jim, can I sleep on your couch? And I'm like, absolutely not. I'm married to your daughter. That's where I sleep. So I just had a birthday. I just turned 49 years old. My body is changing. I don't know why I looked at you, sir, when I said that. Yeah, my body's changing. Like, have you ever seen a hairless cat? My buddy has a hairless cat. We're at his house. The cat sniffed my phone, unlocked my facial recognition. I don't think that's good. I'm getting depressed about it. I put a bumper sticker on my car. It says, honk if you think I'm sexy. Now I just sit at green lights and wait. So my bathroom habits are changing. Like I notice when I pee in the bathroom, like not everything comes out. Like I have to slap my own ass to go to the bathroom. When I go to the bathroom, guys, I look like I'm trying to empty a ketchup bottle. It's terrible. And then when I walk away, I still piss on my leg. It's terrible. And my poop habits are changing. Hey, I'm just going to be real for you. My poop habits are changing. Like every day, I poop at 5 o'clock in the morning. The problem, I don't get up till 7 o'clock in the morning. Was that a shitty joke? I'm sorry. This is my most dirty joke. I think you guys can handle it. So, when my wife and I are in the bedroom, right, and we're doing our thing, I have an Apple Watch, right? So we're in the bedroom, we're doing our thing. I'm like 3 pumps in. My Apple Watch goes, "Are you on a walk right now?" I'm like, "No, Siri, I'm having sex." She goes, "Do I need to open Apple Pay?" I swear to God, a minute or so goes by. She goes, "Your heart rate is way too high. Calling 911. I wanted to talk about my jobs a little bit. I'm actually a naval veteran, retired from the police department. Is that a good thing, bad thing tonight? Yeah? Are you a veteran, sir? Did you fight for the North or the South? Which one? Ooh. I was at a show. I tell the audience that I'm retired from the police department. This lady yells out, "Get off the stage, pig." And that's the last time I invite my mother to a show. I tased her. I don't care. I was not a jerk cop. I'm the first one to tell you, there's some out there. They made me the DARE officer half of my career. Yeah. Do you remember that program, Just Say No to Drugs? What's ironic is I got my medical marijuana card like 13 years ago. Do you realize what I'm telling you? I told these kids for years to just say no to drugs. It was my turn. I was like, "Heck yeah, let's do this." And I wasn't good with the pot, man. I smoked way too much of it one time. I'm walking down the street to pick up my daughter from middle school. Yeah, I don't have a daughter. Are you guys cat people or dog people? Dog? We just adopted a dog. I wanted to share this. We just adopted a retired canine officer. Sounds kind of cute, right? Not cute when you have a medical marijuana card. We are messing this dog up. Last time I was smoking, I think he wanted to call the police on me. I felt bad. I told the wife, I said, "Let's hide our stash in the closet." He's a drug-sniffing dog. He found all of it. He ate all of it. I didn't even know dogs could do this. He comes running out of the bedroom. He had the biggest smile on his face. And we know he liked it because when we took him for a walk that night, he tried to lead us to the Taco Bell drive-thru. We turned this police dog into Snoop Dogg. I think that's pretty good. Tell you a couple traffic stops I had on the police department that I think are funny. I had this guy, he's super intoxicated. And I said, "Sir, I need you to step out of the car, do field sobriety. I want you to take the tip of your finger and touch the tip of your nose." He goes, "I'm too drunk. You touch it." People are stupid sometimes. I had a guy who was like, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" And he goes, "Because of those 3 felony warrants." The funniest one I had, this guy was crazy high on something. And I was like, "Sir, do you know why I pulled you over?" And he's like, "Bro, if you don't know, I'm not telling you, man." The best one I had, I want you guys to picture this, all right? So I pull over this car. It's a small green Volkswagen. It has a bumper sticker that says Pot 420 on the back, and there's a bunch of smoke billowing out of the cabin. I pull this guy over for going 10 miles an hour. I walk up, I'm like, "Sir, you're okay? You're going 10 miles an hour. And he's like, "That's the speed limit, man." I'm like, "No, man, that's the highway sign, I-10. I'm like, "When you get to the 101, that's not the speed limit." My sense of humor would get me in trouble sometimes. It was my kind of goal on the police department to have the funniest body camera video. So we had this guy, he's crazy drunk, and he's yelling at me, "F you, pig, F pig this, F pig that." And as I'm putting the handcuffs on him, he urinates himself. I got caught on camera saying, I might be the pig, but you're the one that's going to wee all the way home. But the one that got me in the most trouble was we had this sergeant that would fall asleep every midnight shift. And sure enough, not only is he asleep when I walk in the break room, he has a half-eat roasted beef sandwich on his chest and a bunch of crumbs. I thought it would be funny to take a picture of him and post it on the department Facebook page. In my defense, I thought it was a private page. It's a public page. But what got me in trouble was the caption. I wrote, "This little piggy had roast beef." Yeah, I got 3 days off for that one, man. Celebrities or something you got to pull over sometimes. Do you guys know Dennis Rodman? So I used to work in Chicago. I pulled over Dennis Rodman in the 90s, and he's speeding pretty good on the freeway. And he was in trouble at the time with the NBA. And I said, "Dennis, you give me a good excuse I've never heard. I'll let you out of the ticket. It's 2 o'clock in the morning." And he goes, "I'm just trying to keep up with traffic." I'm like, "Dennis, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. There's no traffic out here." And he goes, "That's how far behind I am." That's pretty good. The best one I had was Penn Jillette. You guys know who that one is? So Ben Jillette, if you don't know, he's a magician mentalist. Pulled him over middle of the night, and he says, "Officer, if I could read your mind, will you let me out of the ticket?" And I'm not going to tell you what he said. I'm actually going to show you, but I need a volunteer. Sir, I'm going to pick on you, okay? You can stay there. You can stay there. I want you to say an actor to the crowd, loud and proud, that we would all know very well. What's an actor you're thinking of?
John Wayne.
John Wayne. All right, shocker, sir. All right, good. John Wayne. So this is, again, what Penn Jillette did to me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Is that the one picture I brought? John Wayne. John Wayne as a baby, everybody. But what if you would have said, like, Denzel Washington? I had that covered. You guys have been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. If you'd like to follow my comedic journey, I was just in a movie that got released on Amazon. If you guys are on social media, you can follow me on Instagram at The Cop Comic. If you're on Facebook, I'm on Facebook as The Cop Comic. And then, Sir Volunteer, you could follow me to Cracker Barrel. All right? All right, guys, you're a lot of fun.